Bikinis, babies, and breastfeeding, all on a Sports Illustrated runway.
Hey, did you know about our podcast network? We have a whole list of podcasts that's ready for you to listen to. Check it out, tyt.com/audio.
All right, so a woman got to breastfeed her baby at work. No big deal, pretty cool, right? But what makes this even cooler is her work. Her job is to model a swimsuit on a Sports Illustrated fashion show runway. Her name is Mara Martin. She says it all happened organically. Basically, it was dinner time for her baby backstage, and the editor walks up to her when it was her turn and says, "Do you want to keep feeding your baby?" Of course she wanted to keep feeding her baby while she worked. She says, "I can't believe I'm waking up to headlines with me and my daughter in them for doing something I do every day. But to be honest, the real reason I can't believe it is a headline is because it shouldn't be a headline. My story of being a mother and feeding her while walking is just that. Last night, there are far more deserving headlines that our world should see." I agree with her. It shouldn't be a headline, but I'm glad that it is because this is an important story.
Well, also, then what's cool, she calls out a lot of other moms that she wants to celebrate and other headlines that are worth, which is I think really cool. Instead of just being like, there are other headlines, stop it. She's like, let's talk about this and here's some links to that. So I thought that was really cool, sort of passing the mic along. Hasan, you have some views.
I've been rolling my eyes at this story.
Right.
Like, I think breastfeeding, of course, should be acceptable everywhere in public, at the workplace. Do it wherever you want to do it. But then to turn around and be like, oh, why are people talking about me breastfeeding down the runway? As if this wasn't made as a deliberate stance in order to have a story surrounding me breastfeeding on the runway. Wow, how strange. Like, the point I made is, look, it's a beautiful thing. It's life. I love it, it's great, but to behave as though this is like, it shouldn't be a story when I've purposely made this, I've done this so it will become a story.
I don't think she's saying that this shouldn't be news. I think she's saying this should be so normal that it's not shock news.
So Hus, you don't like that she's acting sort of coy about it. Would you have felt differently if she had been like, I'm like so happy that this is getting picked up. I knew when I was walking down the runway that this would make a positive change.
And just own it and be like, yeah, breastfeeding in public is fine, and we should stop stigmatizing it, and we should celebrate all mothers. This is life. This is how you all came to be, the terrible human beings that you are. Move along. Yeah. I like that she tried to deflect it, but like it's an unusual thing to do on the runway.
I don't
so
think
to behave as though it's like, oh my God, this should never be a story. Everyone should be breastfeeding on the runway. Ridiculous.
I don't think this necessarily helps to normalize breastfeeding either. That like some model on her runway is walking with the baby on her breast.
Okay.
No, how do you feel about it, Grace?
I mean,
Sleepy Grace?
I have really no strong feelings. Just that I think it's great what she did, and I liked her post. And breastfeeding is dope.